Marvel and Sony have officially fueled the internet's speculative fire, dropping a groundbreaking new trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day that completely blows open the baseline status quo of the MCU's next trilogy. Slated for its massive global theatrical premiere on Friday, July 31st, 2026, this Destin Daniel Cretton-directed blockbuster introduces a profoundly raw, isolated era for Peter Parker. The latest footage provides a detailed layout of the film's entire opening scene, revealing exactly how heavily Doctor Strange's multiversal spell has broken Peter's reality over the past 9 months. Today, we are analyzing the tactical dumpster dive tech powering his brand new costume, parsing the high-stakes debut of Sadie Sink's mysterious mutant character, and breaking down the tragic, conspiracy-fueled timeline that brings Ned and MJ face-to-face with New York's friendly neighborhood protector once again. The Loneliest Spider, a year of absolute isolation. The opening sequence of Spider-Man Brand New Day establishes a devastating, tragic baseline for our web-slinger. It has been roughly 9 months since the shattering climax of No Way Home, and Peter Parker is living a completely anonymous, down-on-his-luck adult life in a cramped New York apartment. The script opens with Peter uncovering the original letter he wrote to MJ at the end of the previous movie, the one he intended to read aloud to explain his identity before voluntarily choosing to erase himself from her world to secure her safety. The post-No Way Home technical matrix, the homemade costume, fabricated using leftover Stark and Iron Spider weave, the OS infiltration, low-grade EV suit AI, vastly reduced telemetry, the hardware hub, dumpster-dived fabricator for manual repair work. Because the spell erased Peter Parker from the entire global grid, effectively deleting his social security card and leaving him without structural documentation, the government treats his civilian presence like an absolute phantom. To survive, Peter has dove entirely into being a full-time Spider-Man, pushing his body to a harrowing psychological and physical breaking point. His new costume serves as a physical testament to this independence. Stitched together entirely by hand, the suit combines scrap fabrics with reclaimed tech weaves from his old Stark and Iron Spider armor, creating an elegant visual hybrid heavily inspired by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's classic tracking styles. While he isn't swinging entirely bare bones, his onboard computing has been stripped of its billion-dollar satellite warfare arrays, leaving him with a vastly reduced, low-grade, dumpster-dive fabricator for costume patches and a scaled-down suit AI named Evie, serving as his singular, mechanical companion in a city that forgot his name. The MIT Conspiracy, Ned and MJ's Stalker Board. This intense emotional weight frames the film's newly revealed voice-over-heavy party sequence. Peter sneaks into an MIT celebration hosted by Ned Leeds and MJ, only to watch from the shadows as MJ enjoys her life alongside a new boyfriend, played by Ahsoka star Amon Esfandi. Over this crushing visual, Tom Holland delivers a poignant line of dialogue. Sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. Spider-Man Brand New Day 2026 creative layout. Character asset. Performer. Current structural role. Narrative plot trajectory. Peter Parker, Tom Holland, full-time vigilante, managing severe physical metamorphosis, hunting street-level crime. Michelle, MJ, MIT undergrad, attempting to piece together a missing piece of high school history. Ned Leeds, Jacob Batalon, tech developer, launches the Spider Tracker app to unmask New York's hero. Frank Carson, John Bernthal, lethal enforcer, clashing with Spidey in his live-action Battle Van debut. However, the leaked CinemaCon footage reveals that Ned and MJ are far from oblivious. Because the cosmic memory wipe failed to remove their physical memories of being rescued during the Liberty Land battle, the duo has spent months attempting to decode who Spider-Man actually is. The trailer showcases a spectacular, comedic, Charlie Day-style conspiracy wall constructed inside Ned's room, covered with intersecting wires and target files. Peter discovers the board during the party, finding that their two primary suspects for the identity of Spider-Man are Flash Thompson and their high school teacher, Mr. Harrington. Ned has even developed an independent smartphone app called Spider Tracker to hunt the hero down. Yet, a brief close-up on MJ at the party shows her still wearing the fractured black dahlia necklace Peter gifted her, proving that even without her memory, her subconscious is independently connecting the dots. The Sadie Sink phenomenon, the awakening of Jean Grey. This brings us to the absolute wild card of the trailer that is driving massive hype across Phase 6 tracking forums. After months of Marvel and Sony meticulously hiding her face and editing footage in misleading ways to trick the audience, the new preview drops some massive hints regarding Sadie Sink's highly anticipated character. Sink is third billed in the movie, anchoring a prominent narrative line where she is relentlessly hunted through the city by a militarized, highly aggressive division of damage control, which is rapidly being structured as the MCU's premier anti-mutant enforcer squad ahead of Avengers Doomsday. The mutant special effects progression, classic Fox era, invisible telekinesis, basic temple-touching cues, Phase 6 MCU protocol, visual flares and energy waves inspired by X-Men 97. The trailer showcases a sequence where Peter rips open a mechanical holding tank only to find an elderly woman looking completely disoriented before tracking Sink's character down a metallic catwalk. The visual manifestation of her telepathic and telekinetic abilities is receiving a monumental upgrade compared to old-school cinematic adaptations. Instead of invisible, localized gravity shifts, her powers are being translated onto the screen with distinct, vibrant energy flares heavily inspired by the visual grammar of X-Men 97. With Peter concurrently tracking down Ruffalo's Booner to diagnose a terrifying, black-eyed genetic mutation in metamorphosis that is causing his spider DNA to warp and metamorphosize, Sink's character is positioned as an absolute pillar of the franchise going forward, acting as the definitive introduction of the MCU's mainline Jean Grey before she assumes a permanent leadership role alongside the X-Men in Phase 7. The streets are saying she might even use her telepathy to cleanly hand-wave Peter's lack of government records, shielding him from institutional exposure without breaking the emotional weight of No Way Home's sacrifice. The roadmap to Doomsday is officially laid out. The spider sense is ringing, and the countdown to July 31st is on.